Good evening. It takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it. If you think about that, you will do things differently. Welcome to BMC News Live in English, brought to you by Al Hilal Hospital Intermedical Centers. I am Vinod Narayan, joining you with the daily news updates. Today's headlines. The work permit fees for expatriates could be doubled. Royal decree to stop changes in educational curricula. Bahrain annual finance exhibition open today. Saudi and UAE sent airplanes carrying medical and food supplies to Sudan. Rio de Janeiro to host G20 summit in 2024. News in detail. The work permit fees for expatriates could be doubled. Expatriate work permit fees for jobs in the administrative, supervisory and vocational fields could be doubled, as MPs unanimously approved a proposal in this regard. They also backed a proposal to suspend changing tourist visas into work visas. MP Mohammed Al-Alaivi pointed out that many used their fundraise in Bahrain as an excuse to enter as tourists and months later surfaced as employees in the private sector. Parliament First Deputy Speaker Abdul Nabi Salman demanded that all of those who got their visit visas converted into work visas should be deported immediately. Royal decree to stop changes in educational curricula. His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, Crown Prince and Prime Minister, has ordered the Education Minister to immediately stop any changes to educational curricula that are incompatible with the national values. These values are based on protecting religion, not compromising its constants, and adhering to Islam as a belief, a divine law and a methodology, which are set out in the National Action Charter and the Constitution. Parliament approved to scrap the controversial law which lets rapists escape prosecution by marrying their victims. Bahrain's MPs agreed yesterday to scrap a controversial clause exempting rapists from prosecution if they marry their victim. The majority present during the weekly parliamentary session approved removing Article 353 from the 1976 Penal Code. Justice, Islamic Affairs and Endowments Minister Nawaf Al-Mawada said scrapping the article would ensure that public and private justice was served. Bahrain annual finance exhibition opened today. Under the patronage of His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, the 49th Bahrain Annual Finance Exhibition kicked off today at Bahrain National Museum, organized by Bahrain Authority for Culture and Antiquities. The exhibition returned this year with a wide range of artistic participation by 55 Bahraini and expatriate artists, showcasing more than 100 artistic works ranging from paintings, sculptures, installation works, photography, video and other forms of artistic expression, which include various materials and techniques and belong to different international art schools. The peculiarity of Bahrain Annual Finance Exhibition this year lies in its commemoration of the distinguished Bahraini artist and sculptor Khalil Al-Hashimi. Part of the exhibition will be devoted to display a collection of his most important works and artistic creations. The Bahrain Annual Finance Exhibition is the largest and most important annual art gathering held in the Kingdom of Bahrain. Over the years, it has attracted the most prominent faces of the finance movement in the kingdom, including pioneers as well as young artistic talents. It reflects the comprehensiveness of the Bahraini finance experience, which forms an important part of the local cultural movement. LMRA conducted 2 joint inspection campaigns in the Muharraq and Northern Governorates. The Labour Market Regulatory Authority conducted 2 joint inspection campaigns in the Muharraq Governorate and the Northern Governorate on a number of shops and work sites. The campaigns resulted in reporting violations related to the labour market and residency laws. The cases were referred for legal action. LMRA noted that a joint inspection campaign was conducted in the Muharraq Governorate in coordination with the Nationality, Passports and Residence Affairs and the Governorate's respective police directorate. The other inspection campaign was undertaken in the Northern Governorate in coordination with the General Directorate of Crime Detection and Forensic Evidence of the Ministry of Interior. Now we will be back after a very short break. 16th branch of Megamart and Macromart supermarkets in Bahrain has opened in Sahala. The best offers are available to the customers at affordable rates. Everyone is welcome. During and around the opening day, a variety of fish including salmon, meat and dairy products, roastery, frozen items, food and non-food items, groceries, fruits and vegetables, electronics, garments and ready-to-eat food items are available to the customers at affordable rates. Hearty welcome to all. Megamart and Macromart, your favorite shopping destination. Welcome back. Saudi and UAE sent airplanes carrying medical and food supplies to Sudan. Two Saudi airplanes operated by the King Salman Humanitarian Aid and Relief Center arrived in Sudan carrying a total of 20 tons of food baskets, shelter and medical supplies. These efforts come in line with the directives of King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, the custodian of the two holy mosques, and His Royal Highness Prince Mohammed bin Salman bin Abdulaziz, Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince and Prime Minister, to support and aid the people of Sudan. Saudi press agency reported the UAE sent 3 aid planes to support the brotherly Sudanese people, carrying more than 115 tons of medical and food supplies. 2 planes arrived at Port Sudan Airport carrying 100 tons of urgent medical supplies and essential drugs to treat injuries and conduct emergency surgeries in Sudan. The 3rd plane arrived in Chad and carried 50 tons of food supplies to urgently support Sudanese refugees affected by the current situation that has displaced thousands of families and led to a shortage of basic food supplies. Saudi launched a manga education program for intermediate and secondary school students. The Ministry of Culture and the Ministry of Education have launched the manga education program to produce comics meant for students of the intermediate and secondary phases of public education in the government, private and foreign schools. This is part of the extracurricular activities implemented remotely through the Madrasati platform. The program consists of 10 educational episodes, the content of which was prepared by experts from prestigious Japanese universities in accordance with the best practices, keeping pace with international standards. This is aimed at developing the capabilities of students in the field of drawing in the manner of manga. It also provides them with the skills necessary to understand the basics of producing comics, such as the skills of drawing characters and writing and drawing storyboard events. UAE plans 800 electric vehicle charging outlets. The UAE is planning to add more electric vehicle charging outlets as it adopts alternatives to petrol and diesel-powered cars. Suhail bin Mohammed Al Masroui, Minister of Energy and Infrastructure, said that the ministry is searching new legislation on electric vehicle charging stations in the United Arab Emirates with the goal of reducing charging time while keeping high efficiency and reasonable price. In statements on the sidelines of the World Utilities Conference 2023, the minister added that there are approximately 500 EV charging stations nationwide, with plans to grow the number to 800 outlets in the next years. He affirmed that the country boasts state-of-the-art transport and distribution networks that are among the most contemporary in the world. Rio de Janeiro to host G20 summit in 2024. The world's largest economies grouped in the G20 will hold their annual heads of state or government summit next year in the Rio de Janeiro. State Governor Claudio Castro said Brazil will take over the rotating presidency of the G20 from India on 1st December, Reuters reported. The meeting of economic powerhouses will take place 18th and 19th November. A Brazilian government official said it will be the largest event in Rio since the city hosted the Olympic Games in 2016 and the World Cup soccer final in 2014. The group is formed by Argentina, Australia, Brazil, Canada, China, France, Germany, India, Indonesia, Italy, Japan, Republic of Korea, Mexico, Russia, Saudi Arabia, South Africa, Turkey, Britain, United States, and the European Union. Andaman and Nicobar administration alerted people as cyclonic circulation likely to intensify. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands administration has alerted the people as the cyclonic circulation over the Bay of Bengal is likely to intensify. A well-marked low-pressure area now lies over the southeast Bay of Bengal and adjoining the South Andaman Sea. It is likely to intensify into a cyclonic storm Mocha on Wednesday, the Meteorological Department said. Mocha is likely to cause heavy rainfall in the Bay Islands till May 11th and move northwestwards till May 12th. There are possibilities that the cyclone will gather more strength on May 12th before its likely landfall over the Bangladesh-Myanmar coasts around May 14th, it said. Under its impact, storms of wind speed of 50 to 60 km per hour, gusting to 70 km per hour is likely over southeast Bay of Bengal, Andaman and Nicobar Islands and the Andaman Sea for the next 2 days, the department said. With that, we come to the end of today's news. Stay tuned for daily news updates in BMC News Live English at 7:30 p.m. every day. I'm Vinod Narayanan signing off from BMC News Live. Good night.